Hi, today I'm going to share with you my favorite shoulder release and opener. It's a Self Myofascial Release Technique. I highly recommend doing this before your yoga classes, especially if you're going to be on your hands at all. And you can also do this after your yoga classes. All right, so when you do Self Myofascial Release, you always want to do it before or after your activity. All right. This one though, I highly recommend for before. It makes your shoulders just open, glide easier, feel more open, and it's so easy and quick. So all you need for that is a standard yoga block, all right? So just one standard yoga block, and you're going to place it so that the longest side is facing you as you go into this. From here, you're just going to lay down on your block so that you bring your armpit to your block, and then bring your hand behind your head. And we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. So we're just doing a pin and hold technique. So there's no, rolling or anything like that because we're on the block. So just a good 5 breaths. And that will be different for everybody, how long that is, but just remember that this is relaxing. Also with Self Myofascial Release Techniques, remember that harder or more pressure is not necessarily better, or that you'll get more out of it, all right? So just be really good to you. If it's too much pressure, like I'm using a cork block, if you also choose a cork block and it feels like too much pressure, please substitute it for a foam block. Now, after your 5 breaths, you're going to lean forward so that you start to feel the block connect with your pectoral. So right with your chest muscle and where it would connect up into the shoulder girdle. And then you're going to stay there for 5 breaths. And let me tell you, this feels so good. All right, these neglected parts of our body sometimes, especially if you're a yoga practitioner, you kind of are on your hands doing arm balances, working through your inversion work, and you need to take care of these joints so that they continue to do the awesome work that you ask them to do every day. So after 5 breaths here in this forward position, you're then going to roll all the way back so that you start to hit a little bit of the lats in the back, or your lat on this side. And it just feels so good. Whenever I do this, my neck actually pops. So you might feel that, when I do SMR throughout my body, if I do different release techniques, sometimes, if I'm rolling out my foot, then my opposite knee pops, stuff like that, and just shows you how connected everything is. So after 5 breaths here, you're gonna come back to the center if you'd like. You can also just be done at that point. I like to come back to center. It feels good in this position. Now, once you feel like you've gotten your 5 breaths on each side, and remember, you can always hold it longer if you like, but longer is not necessarily better. I always recommend that you circle the arm that you just did, big circle back and forth so you can feel what it feels like, and then do the other arm that you have not done this SMR technique on, this Self Myofascial Release technique on, so that you can feel the difference. It's so interesting how this one just feels like it moves so much easier through the joint, as I do that circle, and this one just kind of feels a little crunchy, a little off. So then I'm going to repeat this whole thing on the other side. So I hope this helps you. Remember, it's just one of those simple things. It really takes less than a minute to do this, and it could really help you keep these joints through the shoulder, the muscles through the shoulder, feeling good and healthy through your practice. So I hope this helps you today. I'll see you soon.